why they tell you're the reason. You guys are the reasons why.
To answer that question. Why you cringing?
I'm sorry.
The competition's over.
As in, no. See, I've been disfellowshipped before. I don't want to be disfellowshipped.
This is the same reason why they say men can't find the clit. Because where is the clit? Because
where is it?
You guys are struggling, believing something that all you have to do is ask.
Pause. Stop. Let me come to the defense of guys. We're not the only ones struggling because even women can't tell the difference. Whether you like it or not, you meet one woman, she tells you a totally different thing from the other woman. This is fact.
She doesn't understand her body.
She, them. There's everybody out there. It's still a conversation inside of their community. They do not know exactly what it is.
Then you should find out because it's not that hard.
So who
it's
are you?
Medical.
Who are you, a man, to tell them what it is?
You asked me on the black table, and I'm telling you what I know as a man.
Quick fire number one. Let's get done with that topic already. The girl talker, very popular on TikTok and Instagram for her unclad content. However, it has just come to me that she sells bully in Lekki. Use what you have to get what you want. Apparently, if it's going to sell anything else, use it. She came up on Instagram to tell about the instance about a girl whose nudes were leaked.
Yeah, on TikTok.
But to advise her on how she can do it better and others next time, she was very, very professional about it. And it got me thinking, wow, the blatantness of it all was very, very remarkable. She's not hiding anything. She's like, hey, this is what you do. She talked about getting people's passport numbers, their office addresses as insurance identification, and then also using your nudes as commerce. She was very blank about it. She
said, in other words, they have to pay you premium.
Premium?
Yes. I mean, for you to do that. So, this comes from a popular online influencer who's a
very conservative influencer. However, her news got leaked.
Everywhere. And
it was a sex tape, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, it was more of pleasing herself, masturbating actually.
Sex tape.
And it was everywhere. And apparently,
social media. I'm not a pro, so I wouldn't know. It says that if you use that social media apparatus, that it will only stay for a number of hours, and then it's going to get deleted.
Okay, so let's quickly dive into it, into the conversation. All right. Now, one of the things I talk about on this show is the fact that if you're going to talk about something, you must have a CV. So the question, the first, yes, you must have a curriculum vitae, right? You must have done certain things to be able to say that, okay, from my wealth of knowledge, this and this is
what like I said, she's a pro.
So my question is...
He's a pro in nudes.
No. So the question is she a pro in this? Has she been doing this?
Apparently
Can she confirm to everyone that she has been doing this?
Okay,
right? So you see things happen in Nigeria today, and then you automatically see people who are professionals automatically, right?
So with the thing is, the girl talker, over the last couple of years, she is a self-acclaimed sex therapist, and she talks about all these things. She puts out videos, advises men and women.
So how does a sex therapist become a sex salesperson?
Well, because in some of
material.
Because she's selling the act of selling your nudes.
Yeah. So I think it didn't come from a place of really advising. It came from a place of, women, you have to be smarter. You can't just go out and put your nudes out there.
I saw a video of this lady, one Italian lady like that, who is a professional sex worker. She is a professional sex worker, and that's what she does for a living. She's totally unclad, very, very, very...
You saw this, yeah?
Like,
only research purposes, Abby. It's not like a video.
No. So, like, I bumped into it, and it was a conversation. I bumped into it. Like, yeah, like, I just like, wow.
Wow.
Okay, right, yeah. So, the thing is, I saw it on, I think it was on Tune Not's page or Instablog, I can't remember. But this lady comes out and talks about this same issue about the girl who, leaked her stuff. And she came from another perspective. So what am I saying in essence? Now, the girl talker comes and talks about the fact that she can sell that stuff properly. But the lady I'm talking about, this, sex worker, says, no, it's okay. Right? Don't worry about it. Yeah. I've gone to your page. You've not posted for 4 days or thereabout. you don't have to worry about it. Come out, be proud of yourself. You have a beautiful body. Look, she literally supported her, encouraged her, and all of that.
The instance is actually exposure for her.
Yes, so they're trying to encourage her that it's okay.
In the words of our very beautiful friend, sex tape will buy me. Do
you understand? So someone like that embraced it and moved on, right? She embraced it and moved on. Look, see, one of the things that I don't like about our society, especially in Africa, Nigeria especially, is
the level of
double standards, Thank you. The double standards is overwhelming.
Let's take a look at double standard. Let's take a look at double standard. Now, so we've had instances where people who are very popular and even our role models have had their own instances leaked.
Did they plan for it to come out?
Tiwa Savage had her.
I don't think any woman
the question
in this
is,
part of the world
did she even know that she was taped? She didn't know now. Now, this girl that we're talking about probably did it for a private. She's a victim.
So we shouldn't victimize the victim.
We shouldn't victimize them. All right, this thing can literally... Okay, so look at Oxlade, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't know about Oxlade's stuff. I don't know, maybe he recorded himself, but it was a bit explicit. All right?
Very Spider-Man.
It was very, detailed. All right? And that's why, they now call him the king of, But then again, this guy obviously wouldn't have thought that would affect his career or would affect
Did it affect his career?
No, it didn't dent it.
Did it affect Tiwa Savage's career?
At all.
So our society encourages it then.
You can allow it to end your career.
Yeah.
All right? Depending on what exactly it is you want to do. Like I said, it is not obviously something that they wanted to happen. All right? That's why we call it leaked. They didn't bring it out by themselves. They didn't put it on OnlyFans or anything like that.
Let me try and tame this a bit.
All right.
What I'm asking now is, with the girl talker and her expressions on Instagram, it is like as if we are in a society where these things are encouraged.
No, she's encouraging it.
So is it okay that you can leak these things and encourage it?
She's encouraging it and teaching her how to do it better.
So that means it's okay.
No,
Listen,
if you watch the video, basically some of the things that she was saying in the video is that, like for me, when I first saw the video myself, I was like, people still do this in this day and age.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. Till today and tomorrow, people will still be asking for nudes. Younger people still ask for nudes. And girls are still recording nudes or videos and sending to their so-called boyfriends and significant others. It's something that's not changing. People are still exchanging.
Some people even get aroused by that.
People are still exchanging these things free of charge. And then the possibility of it being leaked is out there. So what she's saying now is that, first of all, if you have to send a nude to a friend, a lover, or anybody, you need to be cautious.
You need to gain some kind of security.
Make sure you know your relationship with that person, so that when it leaks, you know the source.
And
you
more
know
importantly,
who did it.
she's saying, we know this for a fact that in today's world, there are many young girls out there who actually sell, pictures, videos of themselves.
So if you have
online.
to do it,
if you have to do it in a way where you protect yourself, and you can easily come after whoever.
That's what she was saying. You can come after whoever tried to
there is a law in Lagos, in Nigeria, where if you actually leak these kind of things, you actually could go to jail for a maximum of 7 years.
Well, it's actually a crime.
Oh, that's it's a crime everywhere around the world.
It's a crime everywhere. And that's the funny thing is that she sends a video to her boyfriend. He says, I'm not the one that leaked it.
Right.
Tiwa, like you said, is involved in some, and the guy says he's not the one that leaked it. But it came from somewhere.
That's correct.
So this,
have you ever had an instance with you? Have you ever been threatened that you...
No, my size can't fit online. So what... The thing is, it's just to be cautious. You have to be cautious. If you're going to engage this kind of things, it's to protect yourself. Either don't do it at all, or if you do it with your full chest and be prepared for whatever happens.
Sorry, Black Table Survey, I have to ask, since I've asked one person, Dick, have you ever had an instance?
Where
you... the way it does his face. Where you've been threatened that your news or tapes could be leaked?
So, no, I haven't.
Have you?
I don't believe in sex tapes.
I had an instance once when I was very young. I was in Abuja at the time, and my phone got stolen. I had some very interesting pictures in there. I think it was of very interesting pictures. Let's just leave that. And when it happened at the time, young, rascally, I said to the person, go ahead. together to take care of what was special to them, which is their kids. Marriages are breaking these days, and people are embracing it. I don't know whether to be worried or to be happy that it's not as vitriolic as it used to be, where people fight.
It's very worrying, but
I think I'm going to read it. Go ahead.
Is that everyone wants to come on social media and justify it. We were not there when you guys came together. You guys didn't announce it like, yo, we're now together, we're getting ready. No. And then the moment they go their separate ways, people have now made it a thing of fashion.
Exactly.
They want to come out and they announce to the entire world that, okay, just in case you don't see Mrs. A and myself together anymore, that's because we're now apart. Nobody really cares.
They want us to celebrate it.
Yeah, no one really cares.
I've always found it odd why people come to a public domain and tell you to respect their privacy.
Yeah,
it's very odd for me. You put it out there and say this is what has happened between me and this person. At some point, you need to just have some privacy of your own and not put your private life in the public eye and then expect nobody to say anything. If people come at you, they come at you. Why are you even making it public knowledge?
Exactly.
Yeah. Why are you making it public knowledge? I don't know why people do that. I would never do that.
Funny enough, gang, someone like Nino B is, I would say I didn't expect would come out with something like that. Because if you know Nino B is someone who doesn't really care what anybody says or what anybody has to say. He does his thing, he goes at it, and, he's good at it, right? It is, however, surprising, or should I say startling, to realize that that's the same person who is coming out to say that I'm not in this anymore with this person, please respect my privacy. Your privacy would have been kept private if you didn't say anything.
Bring it up.
If you didn't bring it out. So now everybody's talking about this today because B spoke about it. If you didn't say anything about it, first and foremost, let me interest you to know something, right? First and foremost, this lady in question deleted her account.
Meaning she doesn't want
nobody would have known anything.
She wants to keep it private.
Yeah. She wants to keep it private.
Some while back, Nino Lowo had an interview with someone, and he talked about how he has wronged his wife, he cheated on his wife, and all that, and he already put that out there, talking about making amends, doing the right thing, and all that. So for him to express that much of his personal issues to the general public, first things first, he got that wrong. I tell people that if you need to find solutions to your relationship, your marriage, or whatever, talk to your partner first, and if you can't resolve it, go talk to a professional.
Okay, we're gonna go on a break, but I just wanted to say that it would seem that, like, as if he's trying to curry the favor of the masses first of all, while he's admitting to a wrongdoing, and then try to get your pity. For me, it's kind of like begging for
someone
my pity.
Yesterday that some men are starting to be women.
Booyah! That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Well, politically incorrect, but he said it. I didn't. Well, let's go to a short break. You guys can fire him after. Use the hashtag #DBlackTable on TVC. We will be right back after this timeout.
Always treat your bros the way you want to be treated. Bro code.
some traditions around the world.
Oh my God.
Or should I say in history,
No,
the ancient
don't
Romans.
do it.
Ancient
Don't
Romans
go
used to
there.
use pee.
Don't go
I'm
there.
telling you what they were doing. Now. They used to use pee to brush their teeth.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Yeah,
You can look
don't
it up.
don't get any ideas.
Now, what you tell me whether
Don't
it's
take it
pee
to
or cock?
Please, God.
Tell me whether when you taste it. No, but Deck is the man that knows the taste of.
Listen, dude, let's move on to our
safe.
next topic. By the way, everything we're talking about, you guys can also do. Use the hashtag The Black Table on TVC. It's a fun, interesting show. Don't take us too seriously. Most of us are inebriated. Most of us. In any case, we've got another topic here. Portable has been in the news for two different reasons this week.
This is my story.
First off, he had people walk out on him at a concert, the NBA concert conference in Abuja.
I wish Okwe was here. Let me eye him.
So that's one thing on the entertainment front. On the other case, he had his second baby. I think he's got three baby mamas, three wives or baby mamas. I don't know.
Okay, I think he
And
had,
love him
he had
dearly.
2 wives and 1 baby mama.
Yeah. So his second baby mama came out on social media to expose the fact that he is being a deadbeat dad, and that he's not paying. There's no child support in Nigeria, but he's not paying for the upkeep of his son. She put up posts on social media. He put up, responses.
Responded.
You can see the level of their relationship. You can see the level of their relationship and how, that could have come about. You get what I'm saying, yeah? Yeah, it was rather brash. I'm reluctant to talk about this because I
am very sorry.
I don't
at this point, I'm blaming the woman.
Okay, why would you say so? No, let's just give a background story. So she's saying that he hasn't for the past 5 months given anything to the upkeep of his son, whom she had, I think, sometime this year, which a lot of people celebrated. He was excited about the son. In his post, he told that she was a pro. And kind of like inferred that why should I be expending that much? After all, it was on that basis that we got together. And she's like, hey, whatever it is, it's your son. Pay for the upkeep of your son. That's all I'm asking for. Words were exchanged, not to each other, but to the general public. I did not expect any better from both of them, seeing, you know what I mean. I don't want to say too much. But I'm irritated by the expressions that they both put out there. I don't think it should be celebrated. I don't really want to discuss about it, but it's out there and we have to talk about it.
So I said I'm going to blame the woman. It's that simple. You can never force a man who's not ready to be a father for your child to take responsibility for the child.
Why would you say that?
We've seen men walk out on their families that they know that this are my offspring, these are my children, but they walk out. And then you look at someone like Portable, who is very notorious for being erratic and doing all sorts of things.
You expect him to be responsible.
You don't expect him to be responsible for something
that happened by the wayside,
that he's not even ready to accept. So our coming out to cry foul, for me, it's a bit funny because we have Portable and this lady in this case, but it happens even with everyday people, whereby a lady will think by getting pregnant she can trap a guy and get him into marriage.
Wow. So do you think that was her intention?
A lot of women do it. They get pregnant for
men. Do you think that was her intention?
It is possible.
If I would trap person as Portable, I would trap.
No. So Portable, however people might want to say him, is successful. He's making money. He's out there. According to the pedigree of this kind of... Okay.
Careful now.
According to, the pro, you understand? That would have been a catch. That would have been, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this forever. This guy has come into my space.
Let me use this
opportunity and give him a child. That most likely will be his child, but that's not the issue here. The issue is that was he ever responsible or ready to take that child?
He wasn't.
Exactly.
See, here's the funny thing. It surprises me that I'm not trying to say anything about the caliber of the individuals.
Yeah.
But if you study Portable in any shape or form, you can already tell he's a deadbeat human being.
Oh, I must warn you guys before you say anything more. What's it called? We're intending to have him on the show once.
On the show? No, I'm not a fan, and I don't have to be. But I'm just saying, if you study him and his lifestyle and his personality and the things that he stands for, the things that he puts out there, do you understand? And that is the person you chose to have a kid with, and then you're surprised
that he's not responsible for the kid.
Is acting the way he normally behaves.
Like, exactly. What's the surprise?
So what's the shock? So that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering why you're shocked. It's not as if you went to you met some priest, and all of a sudden the priest is acting like a demon. No, exactly. You met a demon, and you're surprised that the demon is acting like demonic. You get where I'm coming from? That's my concern. Do you understand?
What else do you expect from? I mean, you saw her expressions. You saw what she was, how she spoke.
Let's not even talk about her way of life and his own standards.
Which is suggested by Portable. We don't really know about
his way of life or her way of life. At the end of the day, the major thing is, okay, you've had a child with this person, so you expect some responsibility from this person. But taking a look at how the person is, you shouldn't be surprised. Auntie, you need to get in another lane and start thinking of life without this person. Exactly. Like you said, child support is not something that's enforced here. So if the guy never shows up, he would never show up.
Yeah, the
guy can actually forget that he has a kid with you, because when they're going down this road, you can tell there are more kids on the line.
Exactly.
There are more women that are going to fall victim to these things. Exactly. So it's just about be wise.
Let's talk about timeline here. Let's talk about Portable's timeline. Deck, what do you think his timeline is when it comes to fame? Do you think he's going to be the next fella, or it's going to end in the next 2 or 3 years?
So you see,
how's this going to affect his family life and everything that's happening now?
So what you must understand about Portable is someone I really like. And again,
you're
I like him as a person. Listen. Right? Now the thing is this: I may not be a fan, but I like, his jovial personality and all of that. You see, what we don't understand is people like Portable are usually the kind of people that actually stay longer than we expect in the industry. Some people say that he constitutes nuisance.
The NBA thought so.
But that nuisance was invited to the NBA. That nuisance will shake any party, will shake any concert.
He's recognized.
Look. There are certain artists in Nigeria that would go to a particular place and would not be recognized the way Portable will be recognized.
Exactly.
You see, what you must understand about Portable is that some of these things that he does is actually a feature of marketing.
Yeah, it is marketing. He should be studied in university.
So you must understand. So you see, okay, so let's talk about the fella. Fela Anikulapo Kuti was considered a nuisance.
True.
I know somebody, one of the elites in Nigeria, who said back in the day, right, we used to consider Fela, why would I go to that nuisance show? Like, what? He's just making noise and constituting nuisance all over the place. That's what they thought.
Now he's a movement.
All right? Now he's a legend. We can never talk about music in Nigeria without talking about Fela.
Yeah.
All right? Now, somebody talked about something that related to Burna Boy and said that why are we talking about Burna Boy as an artist? He has not done anything that has moved anything in Africa. And I kept quiet. You'd be surprised that people like Portable will begin to make moves that will affect the society, and their names will be etched on the soils of times.
Bill, on the first date, second date, and third date, bro code.
Yes, gang, I wish we could go back and have your rant on air. But you said something very important. One gang said about the difference between Fela Kuti and Portable was Fela was educated. Fela can read music.
Please, let's not disrespect Fela, please.
No, we're not. So we're not even going to compare.
So
sorry,
you can't be comparing.
We're not going to compare. But I was trying to mention that gang said something very interesting. That this was a very highly educated man from a very highly educated family, and you cannot compare him with Portable. Because we were talking about Portable as a movement himself for a grassroots community.
Somebody defined what literacy is from illiteracy. You do know that an illiterate is not someone who is not just someone who didn't go to school.
Of course not.
Right?
Somebody who can't use that education.
You do know that people who went to technical colleges are educated, are literate.
Yeah. Definitely.
You see, English is not literacy.
It's not, no.
Of course.
You have artisans who are bricklayers, who are...
I'm sorry, I cannot let you continue. We have a main topic, but this is something we have to talk about extensively after. Yeah,
Thank you.
An entire show.
Portable that much
Let's not give him that much time, please. So, Dick, why do you lie?
Sir, anyway.
They say that men lie.
I don't lie, sir.
And women
wear makeup.
Is this true?
It is,
Mr. Jean-Luc.
Okay, so at this point, it is very true. It is very true. But men, we do it for the right reasons. Women are just deceitful with the makeup.
Pause. Yeah. Gang, I hear that women are moved by what they hear, and men are moved by what they see.
So we tend to, not that we
There's
lie.
a difference between lies and valid truths.
You get me? But, even as a broadcaster, we know how to tell little white lies, to dance around the truth, or just play with a lie in a way that we can stretch it. You get me? Or sometimes when you know how it's going to make them feel, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You get me? Like if your woman asks you, have you slept with that person before? You don't want to hurt her feelings.
If that woman is your wife.
The answer is... but you get where I'm coming from. It has come to this stage where women believe that men are attracted by what they see. So they enhance themselves.
Exactly.
So it's not a bad thing.
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 Where does it cross the line into being absolutely ridiculous?
It's a bad thing.
It's a bad thing when you overdo it.
I feel that just like men, and I have a very valid reason for saying that men lie for the right reasons. Most men will rather just say it the way it is, just put it the way you feel it is. But like you rightly said, and suffer the consequence. But like you rightly said, a lot of women out there can't handle the truth. They can't handle it.
Yeah.
When you say it, they will rather think it's offensive or you're being mean or something. So a lot of times, in order to just not take it further than what it is, you just say something different from what the truth is. I say, oh, what do you think about my hair? Oh, it's nice.
It's all right. I like the color.
But you ate it. You effing ate it. But you're like, oh, it's fine. Because you don't want to argue about it. But when it comes to women, and that's where the makeup is.
Women is deception.
The makeup is deception. It's not. We're not talking about physical
let me give you an
makeup
instance.
alone.
So on Sunday,
the makeup of packaging, all those things. It's deception.
On Sunday, I went out to a fair without my wife. I discovered that this is a great fair my wife would like. I was going back to go get her, and then I went to the car where I was parking. There was a woman leaning against my car, and I was like, "Excuse me, I'm about to get in." And she's like, "Oh, Mazina." I'm like, "Hmm?" She's like, she's like, "Yeah, I'm so and so. I'm so and so sister." I'm like, "Oh, it's you," because the makeup
so kicked up.
I can't tell who
you recognize her.
My wife will show me a picture. Do you know this person? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, don't you know this person?
But that's even better.
I don't know
Imagine
anymore.
This one happened to me. I'm sorry. This happened to me during my bachelor days. Yeah.
Your bachelor eve.
My bachelor days.
Okay.
Bachelor days.
Mornings.
I met this girl at the club, and then one thing led to another. We ended up at my place. She looked so fine. I think the lights and all that, and the makeup.
When the fingernails came off, the hair
in the morning, I swear I don't recognize this beat.
If I tell you my experience, you guys will
I was scared. I was like,
who are you? How did you get in my house?
How is you? What is you? Where is you? So that was the highest level of deceit, and that's why I love guys here. I did it. When I start friendship with a woman that I'm interested in, I'm married now, by the way. But then when I start friendship with the woman I'm interested in, and then we start talking and all that, I want to get to a point whereby I want to see her without all those things.
First,
I want to say, because I think more and more that you see that the layers of skin and all that, the more you start seeing those
it's like
you're peeling off
some
other layers too.
Exactly.
So that you know what your children will look like.
Well, that's one too. But my point is this: that in the world today, women have been told that they have to look a certain way, act a certain way.
Do you know the funny thing, Olamide? Do you know the funny thing, Olamide? They're all beginning to look alike. Sorry, let me take that back and remix it. They're all beginning to look like Bobrisky. It's a fact. Every woman you see out there looks like Bobrisky. I'm like, don't you guys get it? We don't find it attractive.
Okay.
We don't. Do you?
That.
I don't. It's like there's a template. They just say, and it's like a stamp. And then like, you all look like Bobrisky. We don't like it. Let me say it now. It's a fact. I don't find it attractive at all. I'd rather a woman who's bare with your spots and everything.
With the acne and everything.
It's perfect. Don't do all that yucky stuff.
Okay, at this point, I like women that do makeup.
Deck knows Bobrisky. That's why I'm not talking.
We're not saying we don't like women.
Not speaking. Wait.
That wasn't politically correct. Because I promise you, if Portable put the right makeup on, I don't know what they're just saying. But
I'm sorry, I almost spat on you. But Jack, what do you think about this? What do you think? Deception, makeup, and lies.
You know the thing
Who
is,
are coming to the defense?
I'm going to
as
go
a
back
premium
to,
MC.
You already know now. No, so you know the thing is, right? Like you rightly said, men are moved by what they see. Women are moved by what they hear.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, if you look at it from that perspective, makeup didn't start today. Makeup started many years ago. All right, when our parents used to use tiro and pancake and all of that. I wouldn't say that's too bad.
No, it enhances your beauty.
Yes, it enhances. There's a difference between enhancing and literally changing.
Yes.
All right, metamorphosing. Basically.
Do you know what they do now? They even have body suits. They even have the one that even has
so
fake
you see, one of the
boobs
things
and fake bums
I don't
and
like
stuff.
about women and lies is it's okay for you to make up, but please do not deceive me about boobs, please. Please, don't
boobs, lies, matters.
Don't pad it, please. Let me know the real size.
I was at the market with my wife.
Do you understand?
We actually saw these padded bums and everything, and I'm like, how do you?
But wait, guys, don't let us shift it on the women.
Men too. Let's talk about men
The
alive.
lies.
But you know some men
the
wear
lies,
makeup.
my brother, the lies men tell. I know somebody.
What kind of lies do we
I
tell?
know somebody that told the lady that I just bought this car. Guy has not even deposited for the car. I own this car. I have a couple of other cars.
But Dek, because
and I
we're
feel
driven to believe that that's what women want to hear.
That's the thing. So it's not just about women. Women do these things to also protect themselves and make themselves look good enough for men. Men will also lie well enough to be able to get the girls.
Remember, I said that there are many men now that are now women.
Okay.
Yes. Because
And
they act like women. Yeah, exactly. They don't have to put on makeup. They don't need to speak like women or dress like women.
Okay.
But they act like women. And I think real men generally will just say it the way it is. And in this context here, we're talking about makeup. It's not just literally. We're talking about figuratively too. Because I think when women make up, there's a packaging that comes with it.
Okay.
And a lot of times, they're not real enough for you to see the real version.
So let me
a lot
ask
of
you.
times, they're selling a product that is not real.
Zeno, I'm so sorry, guys. I want to ask a question.
You just call me Zeno. That's so, yeah.
I want to ask you. So the
Only
thing
people
is,
who really know me call me Zeno is the point.
guys, are you saying to me right now that as bad as we think that it is that women make up, are we saying that it's bad that men lie?
Wait.
Hold on.
I'd like to.
Or guys who come around and with the SARS and the panache and all of that, and they razzle dazzle them and all of that. After which the girl is like, this guy has been lying to you. And like, but I love him.
Dek, I apologize. I have to take a break.
Do you understand?
We'll have to take a break and attend to the viewers because we've got tons of messages come in. We're almost at the end of the show. It's so unfortunate. There's so much that we didn't really get to. Next week, we're only going to take 3 quick fire topics. Let me just shorten everything. Take a quick break. When we come back, very short one, we'll dive into your messages. We know they're coming in. Apologies, we can't finish most of the topics, but we'll be back. We're live. We're back now. Okay. Come on, Dick. I know you was very excited about this topic. But listen, let's talk about this now. Now, check this out, guys. We've got your messages. Rumbler33 says, talking about all the other topics we've been talking about. For a man like Nino who admitted on Today's show that he cheated on his wife, it's not really a surprise. This is true. I'm going to go real quick. Gugu says, I believe couples like Nino and his wife were more concerned about daily posts on social media, ding, 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 and putting it out there that they have a happy family. Reality check, marriage on the gram is a scam. So if you marry on the gram, you're definitely going to get separated on the gram. But in Nino's case, we didn't need to know. He could have just ended his marriage and started another one. It would have been fine. I think it was a pity party. He needed it to be celebrated so we could talk about him.
Unfortunately for Nino, as an actor, as a celebrity, he will always be out there. But we have had celebrities who were married, happily married, and they wanted that life private from what they put out there. So it is possible for you to actually
separate
be in
the life from your work life.
Big Brother housemate who is also a friend here, who has kept most of his family affairs very private. If that was the end, it's gonna be private. We don't. Don't bring your family. Don't use your family as commerce. Don't use your family as bait. Bait is the word. For conversations and all. Fade Rokolus, what a name, says street meets streets. Portable and Hula Baloo.
What he said.
According to him, she's a pro, Nabi. She's perhaps, I'm not saying, but she's perhaps still, plying her trade. And she needs that kind of finance to actually push it. I'm not saying categorically.
Leave my guy.
I'm not saying categorically.
He's our guy.
I do like the fact that he also pushed a lesson there, that this is what you get when you go about slinging your ding-a-ling.
Absolutely, he said that by himself. So for him to have said that, lesson, he knows exactly what he put himself in.
The only thing I just feel is wrong is that there's a child in the mix involved there, and there should be fairness. You don't have to be friends with the mother, but he at some point needs to take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
That child didn't ask to be brought into the world. You guys made him.
Ajeje Laigba says, I'll completely agree with Olamide that most women can't handle the truth. They are delicate and will rather be lied to sometimes. I don't think lying is the best thing. I think perhaps maybe timing is what you need. Timing in the sense that it's not the right time to tell you the absolute truth. I'm going to couch it for now, but I'm going to release the truth on another record.
Do you know what would have happened?
What?
What would have happened if Adam lied to Eve about the fruit?
What?
And, if he had lied, she wouldn't have been so curious to go and eat the fruit.
Another angle.
That's what happens when you tell women the truth.
You think women are that gullible?
Yes. They're that gullible.
Interesting.
They either hear what they want to hear,
or interpret it,
or they interpret it in their own way. But like he said, they can't handle the truth to an extent.
We're almost out of time. I have so many messages. Thank you guys for making this show very popular and sending in all these messages. We appreciate them. Real quick, Sugar here says, hi, men of the Black Table. You all can't deny the fact that you don't love a woman with good makeup and a banging body. Who wants to shag a lady who's unkept? I see what you're saying there.
We're not saying we don't like women with makeup.
I love women with makeup.
But here's the funny thing. There's the kind of makeup they do these days. There's an extent, there's some things that are too much, and there's some that are okay.
I feel there should be...
See, I'm married. I don't care what you do with yourself. But in all honesty, sometimes... have you ever seen some of those videos whereby somebody... You can't even hug somebody because their whole face
fluid often exists.
I was telling you, I wanted someone to do a scientific...
Forget the science.
We end this show on a scientific background.
It's not P.
It's not P.
Is P regardless of what this gentleman and that gentleman says.
Trust me. I know people that have peed in bed and have squatted in bed and it was a different scent in the morning. Telling me this is P.
Thank you, sir.
Just the tip, guys. Just the tip before we go.
The tip, it's not P.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've run out of time.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much for the messages. We've got tons of them we couldn't read. Unfortunately, we are so sorry. We'll have them up on social media, especially on YouTube, where you can catch the show all over again. Thank you very much for joining us every Friday. We don't know why you indulge us, but perhaps it's just because you want to know what the life of men is like. Thank you very much. Hey, until next week, we'll meet you again at 11 o'clock. It's from Dex, Jean-Luc, and Mr. Gang here. My name is Mazino Appeal. Good night, or is it good morning?